Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukaccha Kadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhrumaketur Ganadhyakshaha Phalachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Suklam Baladharam Vishnum Savivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannapadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vidhnopasanteye Yasyadharadavakradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vidham Nigdhanti Sadatam Vishpaksenam Tamasraye Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheswaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhi Sakshine Krishna Dvaipaya Namvyasam Sarvabhuta Hiteratam Vedabjavaskaram Bande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Jadmadhyasya Yataha Anvayat Itaratascha Arteshu Abhinarassarat Tene Brahma Hridayaha Adikavaye Mukhyantiyat Suryaha Kejovari Mrugam Yatha Vinimayah Yatrutru Sargo Mrisha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastakohakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Garbha Tochidha Kaitavotra Paramo Nirmat Saranam Satam Vedyam Vastavam Atra Vastu Sivadam Tapatrayon Mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Kimva Paraihi Ishvaraha Sadhyo Hridi Avarudhyatehe Atra Krutilhi Susrushibhi Takshanat Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Palam Sukamukat Amrudat Drava Samjutam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasikaha Bhuvi Bhavukaha Yam Pravajantam Anupetam Apeta Krutyam Vaipayano Viraha Katara Ajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravaha Abhineduhu Kam Sarvabhuta Hridayam Munimanatosmi Yahat Svanubhavam Akila Sutisaram Ekam Adhyatmadipam Apititi Shratam Tamom Dhama Samsarinam Karunayah Purana Gukhyam Tam Vyasasonum Upayami Gurum Muninam Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. With Bhagavan's grace, we will continue from where we left off yesterday. We came up to Slokam number 3, Adhyayam 13, Skandham number 4. Vidura is asking Maitreya to tell him in detail what Narada said, who are these Pachetas, and Narada, who has actually given us Kriya Yoga, which is really Bhakti Yoga, Paricharya Vidhi, how to worship Bhagavan. How to worship Bhagavan does not mean ringing bells and doing arati. Kriya Yoga, that is that Kriya, that action is to be infused with Bhakti. And Narada taught that. And so up to that point we came. And because of that, Devadarshanam Naradam, Mahabhagavatam Manye, I consider him, I think of him as a great devotee. So whatever he said, I want to hear. He talked about went to Pracheta's place and then said it. In Slokam number 4, he's saying that, what did Narada say? He says, people who have got guna seelam, the good seelam, good conduct, the Godward path, people who are doing that, with their actions, thoughts and words, those people, who do they worship? They worship the Yajna Purusha Mahavishnu. He is being worshipped by these people. This is what was told by Narada, isn't it? He's asking in number 4. Sadharmasilaihi Purushaihi Bhagavan Yajna Purushaha Ijyamanaha bhaktimata naradena iritaha kila. Swadharmasilaihi purushaihi Bhagavan yajna purushaha Ijyamanaha bhaktimata naradena iritaha kila. Naradena iritaha kila. This spoken by Narada, isn't it? Told by Narada, isn't it? But Naradena, by Narada, iritaha spoken by told, kila, isn't it? So, Bhaktimata Naradena, the devotee, Bhagavan, see the previous sloka, Bhagavatam, great devotee, that bhakti, that devotee Narada, by him, it has been told, isn't it? Now, what has been told? Bhagavan Yajna Purushaha Ijyamanaha. Bhagavan Yajna Purushaha, the one who we saw that in Varaha Avataram, such beautiful. So the Yajna Purushaha, Bhagavan Srimad Narayana, Ijyamanaha, being worshipped. This has been told by the devotee, the Bhakta Narada, isn't it? Now, Bhagavan Srimad Narayana Hari Yajna Purushaha being worshipped has been told by who? By worshipped by whom? Swadharmasilaihi Purushaihi. Those people who follow Swadharma, they call and the dictates of the Hridayam, conducting themselves according to loving conduct, selflessness, expanded heart. Those people who are on the Godward path, who are seeking Bhagavan's company, those people, by them, Bhagavan Yajna Purushaha is being worshipped, is being told by Narada, isn't it? Swadharmasilehi Purushehi Bhagavan Yajna Purushaha Ijyamanaha Bhaktimatam Naradena Iritaha Kila, isn't it? Number 5. Now, Yaha taha devarishina tatra varnitaha bhagavat kataha mahyam susrushave brahmanne patsnena achashtum arhasi. Yasta devarishina tatra varnita bhagavat kataha mahyam susrushave brahmanne patsnena achashtum arhasi. A Brahmana is addressing most respectfully Maitreya. Brahmana, Achashtum Arhasi. See, the one single word, Arhasi, automatically means second person singular, you, that is included in the grammar. Okay? So, Arhasi, moment you say, Achashtum, to describe, to speak about it, Arhasi, you are the most qualified. A Brahmana, you are most qualified. Now, Karsnena Achashtum Arhasi, in full detail. Pronounce it properly. Ka, ir, it, if. Karsnena. Okay? There are lots of 4 sabdangal you have to bring when you pronounce it. Karsnena. Ir, it, if, and in. Katsnena, completely, in total. Achashtum Arhasi, to describe, to say, talk about it, you are the most qualified. Okay. To whom it should be described? Susrushave Mahyam. Eager to listen to it. That is me. To me. Very important in a student. A student cannot be nonchalant. He must be sincerely wanting to know. Then only the teacher will be interested. Then only, because we have I'm Susrushave Mahyam, I want to listen to it. I'm very eager. To me, Mahyam to me. Kastena Achashtum Arhasi Brahman. You are most qualified to describe in detail. Who's very interested in listening to them. Now, what should be described? Bhagavat Kataha. The stories and glories of Bhagavan. That Susrushave Makhyam, eagerly waiting to hear, to listen to them, to me. Bhagavan, Brahman, you are most qualified to describe them, to tell them to me in detail. Bhagavat Kataha are these? What are these kathas? Can anybody just describe the stories and glories? Yaha Devarishina Tatra Varnitaha. Those Bhagavat Kataha, those stories and glories of Bhagavan, Devarishina, the Devarishi Narada, by Narada all, Devarishi all, Tatra there, Tatra Yagam, Varnitaha being was described. Taha Bhagavat Kataha, those stories and glories. Sushave Mahyam, very eager to listen to them. Kastena Achashtum Arhasi, you are most qualified to describe those in detail to me. Yasta Deva Rishina Tatra Varditaha Bhagavat Kataha. Makhyam Susrushave Brahman Katsmena Achashtum Arhasi. Maitreya Uvacha. Maitreya replies, Dhruvasya Chotkalaha Putraha Pitari Prasthite Vanam Sarvabhauma Sriyam Naichat Rajasanam Pituhu. Dhruvasya Maitreya Uvacha Dhruvasya Chotkalaha Putraha Pitari Prasthite Vanam Sarvabhauma Sriyam Naichat Adhirajasanam Pituhu. Dhruvasya Cha Utkalaha Pitari Prasthite Vanam Sarvabhauma Sriyam Na Icchate. Did not desire. Icchate, desire. Na Icchate, no, not desire. Na Icchate. Adhirajasanam Pituhu. Okay. Maitreya continues. Dhruvasya putraha cha utkalaha. Dhruvasya putraha utkalaha cha. Dhruvasya Dhruvanudaya. Dhruvas. Putraha son. Utkalaha utkala cha and. He continues. Cha and. Dhruvasya Dhruva's son Utkalaha. Pitari Vanam, Pitari Vanam Prasthite. Pitari, his father, Vanam to the forest, Prasthite, after he left. Pituhu Adi Raja Asanam. Pituhu, fathers. Raja Asanam, Sarvabhauma Sriyam, Adhiraja Asanam. Sarvabhauma Sriyam, Chakravarti, the most opulent Samrajyam, Asanam, that ruling, that Simhasanam, the rulership, the king's chair, so to speak. That Pituhu, Sarvabhauma Sriyam, Adhiraja Asanam, the father's opulent the kingdom, Naichat, he did not desire, he did not want it. Utkalaha, Dhruva's son, after his father went away to the forest, did not desire the opulent kingdom of his father. Maitreya Uvacha. Maitreya said, Dhruvasya Chotkalaha Putraha Pitari Prasthite Vanam Sarvabhauma Sriyam Naichatu Adhirajasanam Pituhu. Why? Number 7. Saha Janmana Upasantatma Nissangaha Samadarshanaha Tadassaloke Vitatam Atmanam Lokam Atmani. Saha, janmana upasantatma nissangaha samadarsanah dadartha loke vitatam atmanam lokam atmani. Because he did not desire. You desire something that you don't have. You desire something that you feel is separate from you. Please remember that. When you see oneness in everything, when you see yourself as everything around and everything around in you as you, where is the question of desire? That's what the slokam explains. Yo pasyati, yo mam pasyati, sarvatra sarvam cha, mayi pasyati. Is what Bhagavad Gita Bhagavan says. Let us say that and explain this. Yo mam pasyati sarvatra sarvam cha, mayi pasyati. Yo, yaha, who, mom, yennai, pasyati, experiences, sees not with the external eyes, internally, sarvatra, everywhere, from all, me, mom, me, yennai, everywhere, and in all places, all of them. He sees all of them in me. Yavan, Yennai, Ellavidathilum, Agamum Parkindrano. Saha is implied. He, Mayi Pasyati. He sees everything in me. Okay? That is what Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita. Saha, that Utkala, Janmana, right from the birth, Upasanta Atma, always in Santam, in peace, no agitation of the mind. Mind is agitated when there is desire. There's no desire. Nissangaha, not in seeking or keeping the company of the external world. Samadarshanaha, sees everything as one. Yes, varieties are there. Sees the varieties, but no difference. This is the beauty. You and I, we differentiate. Blessed to see the oneness. Yes, I do see different appearances. Nothing wrong in that. But you see the oneness in all those. This is the beauty of Bhagavan. Samadarshanaha, oneness. So, because he was like that. So what did he do? Vitatam loke atmanam dadarsha. Vitatam, everywhere, spread around, all pervasive, loke, in this world, loke, ulagathil, atmanam dadarsha. He saw only himself. No difference. When I look at my big toe, do I see it as different from me? When you look at your hand or palm, do you see it as different from you? Yes, you see the hand, palm is appearing different, but you see the oneness. There's no difference. Like that, vitatam loke, in everything in this world, in this ulaginil, atmanam dadarsa, saw only himself. And lokam atmani, in himself everything was present. Atmani. Okay? Yo mam pasyati sarvatra sarvam cha mayi pasyati. So that is what he did. Sa janmana upasantatma nissangaha samadarshanaha tadartha loke vitatam atmanam lokam atmani. Number 8. Atmanam brahma nirvanam pratyasmita vigraham avabodha rasaika atmyam anandam anusantatam. Number 9, avyavachinna yogagni dagdha karmamala asayah sarupam avarundhanaha na atmana ayam tada aikshata. Okay, lots of words here. Let me take it a bit slowly for you. 8 and 9 is one continuous, what we call in English a sentence. So, Atmanam Brahma Nirvanam Prati Asmita Vigraham Avabodha Rasaika Atmyam Anandam Anusantatam. Number 9, Avyavachinna Yoga Agni Dagga Karma Mala Asayaha Sarupam Avarundhanaha Atmana Ayam Aikshata. So, he saw in this world everything himself. He saw the whole Loke Atmani, the whole world actually, he saw that in him also. Samadarsanaha, oneness. So, how was it possible? Because continuously, unbreakably, unbreaking, continuously, without a break, controlling the mind. Because of that, the mind was in such strict, continuous control. So, that yoga power pulverizes all the impurities in the mind. The impurities are driven away. There is no bondage to action. There is no residual action to be performed. All actions leave him. As Bhagavad Gita says, nothing is left. We are all bound by actions. I cannot move away from an action that comes my way. I cannot escape it. I may postpone it. I may delay it. But guaranteed, I will end up doing it. Till I learn how to do, it will continue to happen. And once I know how to do it, which is various words are used, karma yogam, bhakti yogam, etc., 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 daily, without a feeling of ahamkaram, with complete mind focused only on Bhagavan, then all the actions leave me. They perform by themselves. I'm not involved in them. I'm not attached to them. That's what happens. In this case, the yogic power, all the impurities are washed away, and the karma malam is the word that is used. Malam means impurity. Karma is action. What does impurity mean? Karma is Bhagavan. Work is Bhagavan. Okay? Bhagavan comes in the form of karma rupam, purvanurupam, purva karmanurupam, as Kulasekara Alvar says. So the Bhagavan appears in the form of an action to you, to me, to everybody. So how can it be malam? How can it be impure? Bhagavan is pavitram, pavitranam. How can it be malam? The malam is contributed by my mind. Not the action that comes my way that I'm faced with. But action is pure. Mind has got impurities. So I do it with desire for results, compelled by ego, anger, greed, and also by ahamkaram. So when all those impurities are gone, then the residual, the vasanas are gone. At that time, how he felt, he experienced himself as nirvanam, blissful, santam, prasantam, peaceful. In English word say peace, santam, santa vadivam, and knowledge. Jnanam. Everything is known at that point. And the all-pervasive, stable, constant bliss, that Brahma Swarupam, that on that one his mind was focused on. Okay, doing Dhyanam. At that time, he did not perceive anything else because the mind is in such strict control, focused only on God, only on Bhagavan. Nothing else is perceived. That is why he was able to do what he was the previous slokam. So these two slokas will take up together. Atmanam Brahma Nirvanam Prati Asmita Pratyasmita Vigraham Avabodha Rasaika Atmyam Anandam Anusantatam Avyavachinna Yoga Agni Dagdha Karmamala Asaya Swarupam Avarundhanaha Na Atmana Ayam Tada Aikshata. Na Aikshata, did not see. Okay, we'll see what he did not see. Atmanaha Anyam Na Aikshata. Atmanaha, other than himself. Because he was one with what his mind was there in Bhagavan Brahma Swarupam. So Atmana, other than himself, Anyam Atmanaha, other than himself, Na Aikshata, he did not perceive, he did not see. Kannai kaattilum veru ondrai பார்க்கவில்லை. Na Aikshata. Now, when Tada, at that time, Tada Atmanaha Anyam Na Aikshata, at that time, he did not perceive anything other than himself. Now, what is the Tada at that time? When Avarundhanaha, the word Dhyanam is there, right? When he was doing Dhyanam, when the person doing the Dhyanam, the process of Dhyanam, and the object of Dhyanam, okay, Dhyanam, Dhyeyaha, okay, and Dhyani, all the three are one and the same, no different. That Dhyanam, Avarundhana, doing the at that time, when you are doing the Dhyanam, Avarundhana, Tada, at that time, Atmanam, Atmanaha, Anyam, Na Aikshata. Now, how was he doing the Dhyanam? Brahma Avarundhana. Atmanam Brahma Avarundhana. His own self doing Dhyanam, his own self as Brahma Swarupam. Aham Brahmasmi. That Brahma Swarupam, Atmanam, his own self, Chennai, Brahma as Brahma Swarupam, Avarundhanaha, doing Dhyanam on Tada, at that time, Atmanaha, Anyam Na Aikshata. Now, Aham Brahmasmi is easy to say, but what is it? How did he see that? Nirvanam, only Sukham, Nirvanam, only blissful. Pratyasmita Vigraham. Vigraham means does not mean what is the Vigraham we see in the temple. No. That is the Murtam. Vigraham is just a form. Now, form can also be formless, like if your anger or desire, they all have a form, isn't it? They will not have a gross form. Subtle forms are there. The mind can picture. The moment I say edge of universe, I have a certain form for it in my mind, isn't it? So, like that, or space. Moment you say space, akasam, there is a form associated with this, right? Even though it's not a gross form, it's very subtle. Like that, pratyasmita vigraham santa swarupam avabodha Rasaika Atmam Avabodha Rasaika Atmyam. Bodha means buddhi, that is good knowledge. It's Sachidanandam, we say, right? That Jnanam, Avabodha, Rasaika Atmam, the one, for the lack of a better word, knowledge, okay? The essence of it, the chit, as we call it, okay? So that, then, anusantatam, all pervasive, stable, constant, anandam, bliss. In this form, Brahma avarundanaha, okay? Sukarupam, Santavadivam, Jnanavadivam, and Anandavadivam. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma is what Upanishad says. So that Brahma Swarupam, Atmanam Avarundanaha, that is himself, Brahmasmi, that Dhyanam. When you are doing that, Tada Atmanaha Anyam Na Aikshata. Now, how was he able to do this? So, Aham Brahmasmi, I can say it, but I'm not able to do it. Why? But what did he do? Avyavachinna, continuously, without break. Slightest break is not there. Continuous control of the mind. Avyavachinna. Okay? That continuously, the control of the mind is there. Because of that, Yoga Agni, the internal, the fire, the power of Agni from that Yogam, from that control of mind, comes. Everything heats up. In that heat, in that Agni, that fire, Dagdha, pulverized, followed by, what is it done? Karma Mala, all the impurities associated with doing action. That means pure. Mind control and purifying the mind, which is the tapas, which is called tapas. In that tapas, asayaha, all the previous desires, whatever he may had, everything has been negated, pulverized. With that pure mind, Atmanam, Tannai, himself, Nirvanam, Pratyasmita Vigraham, Avabodha, Rasaika, Atmyam, Anusantatam, Anandam Brahma, this Brahma Swarupam, Avarundanaha, he was doing Dhyanam, Tada, at that time, Atmanaha, Anyam Na Aikshata, he did not perceive or see, recognize anything other than himself. Samadarshanaha. Number 10. Jada Andha Bajira Unmatta Muka Akrutihi Matihi Atan Matihi, you break it as Atat Matihi Lakshitaha Pati Balanam Prasantarchihi Iva Analaha. Now when yogi is like this, how will he look to you and to me? We're going to see Jataparata later on. The story will Bhagavan creates with his Anigraham, we will listen to it. And so, for the outside world, you look like you're a fool. You are not hearing anything, speaking anything, you're not seeing anything. You behave in a foolish way, in a bad way, like a crazy man. That's what the world will call you, isn't it? So, but how does this person appear? It is like an Agni, a fire, flame is being suppressed by all the ashes. So you and I don't see the fire there. It is our fault, but the fire is there. The flame is hidden, okay, is concealed, is calmed. So everybody thinks it's ashes. Actually, inside that, the fire is burning. So like that, he appeared to all the others. All the people, Balanam is the word used here, not just children. Children in spirituality, in ripening, okay, in that spiritual knowledge, they're all children. To them, he appeared like this. Let us see. Jada Andha Badira Unmatta Mukha Akritihi Atanmatihi Lakshitaha Pati. This Pati is different from Pati. Pati is husband, ruler. Pati is pathway. Okay? Pati. Balanam Prasantarchihi. Prasanta Archihi. Prasanta, calmed. Something that is hidden, calmed down. Archihi, the flame. Prasanta Archihi Iva Analaha. Analaha, fire. Archihi is flame. Analaha is fire. Once more. Jada Andha Badira Unmatta Mukha Akritihi Atanmatihi Lakshitaha Pati Balanam Prasantarchihi Iva Analaha. That Utkala Saha Prasantarchihi Analaha Iva Lakshitaha. Lakshitaha is the verb. Lakshitaha, appeared. Prasantarchihi Analaha Iva. The flame that has been calmed down, the fire whose flame has been calmed down, covered by ashes. Like that, Lakshitaha, he appeared. To whom did he appear like this? Balanam. To those people who do not know the truth, who have not realized the truth. To those people, Saha, the Utkalaha, Prasantarchihi Analaha Iva Lakshitaha. Now, why? Because Pati, as he was walking, used to walk on the streets, on the various pathways, Jadha, Andha, Badhira, Unmatta, Mukha, Akritihi. Okay? So, Lakshitaha, he appeared like that to them. Jada Akshitaha, he appeared foolish, ignorant, like a fool. Andha, he appeared, he was blind. He was not seeing things. And Badhira appeared deaf. Badhira Lakshitaha. Then Unmatta Lakshitaha appeared as crazy and mad, a madman. Mukha Lakshitaha appeared dumb. You asked him something, he never replied. He was dumb. Akritihi, like this. Like an ignorant fool, like a foolish fool, blind man, a deaf man, a madman, crazy person, and a dumb man like this. Balanam Lakshitaha, he appeared to those people who do not know the truth, Pati, as he was walking on the street. But in reality, Atanmatihi, Atatmatihi, reality, none of these applied to him. Neither full, nor was he blind, nor was he deaf, nor was he dumb, nor was he a madman. Atatmatihi, so he appeared like Prasantarchihi Analaha Iva. Analaha, the fire has got flame. But when the flame is calmed down or covered by ashes, you don't see the fire. But the fire is very much there. So he appeared to those people as he was walking on the street like this. Jada Andha Badhira Unmatta Mukha Akritihi Adanmatihi Lakshitaha Pati Balana Prashantarchihi Iva Analaha. We'll take one more for today with Bhagavan's grace. Number 11. Okay. So when it is happening like this, the king is behaving like this, Dhruva's son, huge kingdom to take care of, but he's absolutely not interested. He appears like a madman, not interested in anything. He doesn't talk, doesn't hear, doesn't see. What will you do? That is what number 11 talks about. Matva tam jadam unmattam kula vruddhaha sa mantrinaha patsaram bhupatim chakruhu yaviyamsam bhramehe sutam matva tam jadam unmattam kula vruddhaha samantrinaha bhupatim chakruhu yaviyamsam bhramehe sutam tam jatam matva tam avanai him jatam foolish, ignorant, as a fool, matva, the considering, thinking like this. Tam unmattam matva, considering him as a crazy madman, as a crazy man. Tam unmattam matva, considering him as foolish and as a madman, as mad. Who considered that? Kula vruddhaha, in that kulam, various elders in that family and all that, some mantrinaha, along with the ministers, what did they do? Vatsaram, Saranai, in Tamil we understand the grammar, Vatsaranai, Bhupatim Chakruhu, Bhupatim as a king, for the kingdom, Chakruhu, they appointed, they made him, coronated him, Chakruhu. Now, Vatsaram Bhupatim Chakruhu. They made Vatsaram, coronated him as the king because they thought Utkala was foolish, was mad, and this was what decided by the elders along the under ministers. Now, who is this Vatsara? Vatsaram, Vatsaranai, Vatsaraha is the name of the person. Now, Dhruva has two wives. If you look at the paper I sent you, the second page, second sheet, Dhruva's first wife is Eli. Eli's son is Utkala. Dhruva's second wife, Brahmi. Now, that is what talking. Brahmi's son is Vatsaraha. So, that comes in the next part. Yaviyamsam Brahmehe Sutam. Brahmehe Sutam. That is Brahmi's son, Vatsaram, Vatsaranai. Now, Yaviyamsa means she is the younger wife. The first wife is Eli. Therefore, Utkala was the first choice to become the king. And Brahmi is the second wife, younger. So, since Utkala was decided to be not fit to run the kingdom, the elders and the ministers appointed and coronated Vatsara as the king, and Vatsara was the son of the younger wife Brahmi, younger wife of Dhruva only. Matva tam jatam unmattam kula vruddhaha samantrinaha Vatsaram bhupatim chakruhu yaviyamsam brahmehe sutam. Now, we will stop here with Swami's grace today. The next number of slokangal is going to talk about the various people who were born in this lineage, one after another after another. We'll go through 7 or 8 generations. Okay? And then we'll come to Vena. Vena is the 7th generation, if I remember right. And then Prati will be born, as Avataram will be there. And then Vena was an extremely cruel, barbaric tyrant of a king, and therefore his father was Anga. Out of absolute sadness and dejection, Anga leaves and goes away, leaving everything behind. He could not do anything. When you have a very bad son, what can you do? You cannot control him. He goes away, and then Vena becomes a king, destroys everything, and gets a curse of the rishis. And because of that, the Vena subject to the curse, he also dies or is killed. And then from his, after that, Prati comes, is the Avatara Purusha. So naturally, when I describe it like this to you, you're listening, the question comes, what did Vena do? Why did he, what made him incur the curse of the rishis? What was it? Those are the questions that then Vidura will ask. What exactly happened and what did Vena do, etc. And that will come after that. And then the tyrannic rule of Vena is described in the next adhyayam. when the complete, or the mother Bhumata becomes so terrified, so to speak, that there's not a single crop that grows. There's not a single ounce of nourishment or resource that comes out of Mother Earth. Everything completely, the word that Bhagavan uses, she withdraws everything back into herself. So that obviously means, imagine there is no resource available, no food available, how can you and I live? Right? So then Prati comes. Prati comes, he establishes Dharma and brings back the opulence and the plenty of Bhumata back, so people can live, not only human beings but all the other beings also. Because of that, the Mother Earth Bhumata is also called Prithvi. Prithvi, okay? And you and I, as children of Prithvi, we are also called Partha. And same word that Bhagavan Krishna uses to describe Arjuna also. So when it says Partha, it applies to Arjuna as well as to you and me. So this is a brief summary. So with Swami's grace, we will continue tomorrow. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Harihi Om Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Santik Santik Santi Harihi Om.